nicely gone all in, as you can see. What we've already done on some of them is fed through these poles, these flexible poles. As you can see here, they bend. They also come apart like that. I can get it apart. Stretchy string on the inside, attached together. So, how you do this? There's a loop here, as you can see, and we're staking it into the ground on each side. And then these 3 holes are for different lengths of your pole. So as you can see on this side, it's empty, which we're going to go ahead and pop in there, which makes this tight. The whole thing is now tight. We do that to the side. The first thing you do is you pull these tight and stake them down, and then you run through your poles through these little, I don't know what you would call them, flaps or something like that, as we will show you in a minute. And then you pull them tight. Usually it's easier to do 2 people as we did this morning. Another smart thing is to take a stake and stick it in at an angle facing the tent. Keeps it from sliding out. Here's the hard part. So now, we'll take our final pole and slide it through these blue ones. In case you feed it through. See as feeds through here, a little bit too much. Here you go. Sometimes you can get caught easy enough. Pull back a little bit. Go underneath the already. Good. Alright. Then you just can go home. Yep, yeah, you're good. I don't know how to make it easier. Pull the stake out. As you can see on this side, we used one of our aluminum stakes, but this is what can happen to them. We have a much sturdier, I don't know what this is, steel, I think, maybe, which now Casey can use this hole as I stake this back. Again, we're going at the angle a little bit. Giving Casey some stability. There we go.
Okay, so we're gonna do kind of what you should be bringing on like a backpacking trip. And this is a good backpacking backpack like those. It's got my name on it, you know, that sort of thing. It's, we'll start off by just opening it up and showing what's inside. We have it nice and sealed tight so that no water gets in there, because the worst thing is wet socks when you're trying to hike somewhere. Which is the exact same reason that all of my clothes are in Ziploc bags. Alright, so let's go through these and I'll show you what I got. So, we have the essentials, underwear. Not important, but, well, really important. We have some good hiking socks, and these aren't super heavy duty, but they're nice. We have these are like the scout socks, and then this is just a pair with some holes in it. And this is actually, it looks really girly and lame, but it's actually a liner sock. and it basically wicks sweat away from your feet. You put that on inside your other socks, which works really well. Here we just have some t-shirts, nothing really special. I do have some bright orange while we're hiking, just in case, you know, maybe I get lost, they'll be really easy to find. This is just for, I guess, a weekend trip, so there's about 3 of everything except for jeans. I have 2 pairs of jeans. That's because if one pair gets wet, you know, you can get rid of it, or, you know, let it dry out while you wear the other pair. Because jeans are really heavy and kind of a pain to carry around. If this was, you know, more in the summer, I'd be bringing shorts and that sort of thing, but... Alright, let's go through some other pockets. Right here, in the little front pouch, we have a nice little flint and tinder, which you can use to start fires. Gives a good spark. Here's some silverware, which you can use to eat, which is really important. And a little crappy first aid kit. Just like some band-aids and stuff, which is not what you should have. This one's kind of old, I haven't used it in a while. Alright, this front, which is connected to this, you know, you can put your arm all the way through it. All we really have in here is the sleeping bag, because the sleeping bag takes up kind of a lot of room. I mean, there's some that you can get in the pouches that are, you know, maybe this big, but that's too expensive for me, I'm kind of poor. So we have the sleeping bag there. We have, right in front, we have our little bedroll, which looks like it would be really obnoxious because it's so much wider, but it's about the same. And then, just to save room, I have my flashlight packed in there. Yeah, just a nice little heavy-duty flashlight. The other thing is water bottle. You should have a Caribbean there, that's what I normally have. You don't really put this in your backpack because you want it with you while you're hiking, so you can drink, you know, whenever. The other really important thing that I have is a good knife. Is always important. And this one in particular is from a Navy surplus. Got it from some relative. Kind of, you could use it as a bayonet. I'm not going to, but it's just a good knife for all-around purposes. I think that's it. Yeah, and again, a good backpack has these nice little straps you can put around your waist. It has some ties right here that you can strap so that it takes all the weight off of your shoulders and puts it onto your hips, which is much easier to carry. And I think that's about all that we have. The other thing is, if you were going, you would be taking part of the tent, you know, like some poles, or you would take the rain fly or whatever, and you would take some amount of food, like, you know, if you had 3 meals and there are 3 people, each one of you would take 1 meal total. And yeah, that's about it.
One final thing is, as we have here in the tent, you can see our heavy-duty winterized not suitcases. These are sleeping bags. They fit to your forearm and they come around your head. They're really warm, really heavy-duty. We also have, there's a mat in the corner, as Casey had it on his suitcase again, backpack. Thank you, Mike. So these are just examples of what you carry, because it gets really cold at night, especially here in the Rocky Mountains. So, yeah, these are just things that you need for camping. No. This is really good. Look how big this is. Huge.
I'm glad we worked so hard on this. It's so good.
Where'd you guys end up sleeping? So. What?
good. Hey, Casey. Hey, it's ready.